Alright guys, we are back. Let's proceed with our filter work. Also, this is how filter work looks right now, by the way, for me. This is what's going on my table. The cat is right in front of me. No, she's getting belly pats right now.
How useful.
So, what else is left? Still quite a bit, right? I don't think we are quite done with the content. Are the barriers already working? I'm pretty sure they should be doing something. Yeah. You're using Visual Studio? I'm using Visual Studio Code to do the filter related tasks. My .NET related stuff I do in Writer. But yeah, Visual Studio Code is different Visual Studio, right sideways. So in general, I barely use Visual Studio anymore. I've been using Visual Studio in the past, but over the years I've switched more and more to Writer. Oh, good, no. O is perfect then. Your photographer put depth in doing my own websites. That's awesome. In Discord, someone asked, I said Visual Studio Code to download Visual Studio. How's the color treating today? Much better. I think we got a solution to the most of the color issues. I'm not sure the Gen barrier is exactly the way I want it to be quite yet. Maybe the barrier needs a different approach. We'll see about that. Not quite certain there. Let's proceed with everything else for now. And let's see what else remains. So we have quite a bit of things already styled. So the gold is styled, the exotic bases are styled, the quest-like items are styled, the artifacts are styled. Other exotic bases are styled. We're gonna do everything except for rares and crafting bases for now. Okay, then come the rares and crafting bases, which will be the last. Okay, then we have the salvage bases. Those potentially will be the next. And we have the endgame flasks and charms. These are not styled yet either. The decorators are not yet styled. The rares. Then once again, the salvageable leveling. Yeah, salvageable rare items. Okay, then we get the runes, the cores, which are styled. The jewels are lacking style as well. Relics are styled. Uncut gems. So the T21 are styled. The level 90. Okay, we need to adjust this, all of that. Waystones need adjustments. Currency is done. All of the tier lists are done. Not sure about that. This should never drop. The super keys are done, the logbooks are done. Currency splinters should be also fine. And then we get to the trial keys. Grandmaster Kenobi. Hello there, thank you so much for the sub. Different color styles downloadable, not yet, and they might not be until filter plate is done. Thank you for the energy, Nuclear. Okay, map stuff, it's done. Oh yeah, the uniques are not done. Maybe this is where we'll proceed. Then we'll start with the salvageable items. So, uniques, I am pretty much going to in the same direction as I'm doing it in PoE 1, I think. I'm not... This feels like a tried and proven way to get those work. Holy. Palstron, thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. Guys, welcome. Palstron, thank you so much. I hope you guys had a good stream. What we're up to, Palstron? Tell us about your current build. So we are working on the upcoming full filter, full NeverSink's filter for PoE2, and also for on the upcoming filter plate update. And today we are designing colors for the filter. Finally, some actual PoE2 gameplay. Yeah, Visual Studio code mode. Really real gameplay there. Okay, these colors, I need them. Just totems, nothing special. I haven't checked totems out at all so far. So definitely something on my to-do list. I definitely want to check out Warrior. I know a lot of people complain about Warrior, but I still need to see that. Are there issues this bad? Is Warrior still fun? Probably it is. Okay, so we're gonna copy use this to be the unique color, and this will be the unique glow color. Let's copy those methods. So unique A will be going with the brick white highlight. Most things here are fine, but we need to replace the M fragment with M unique. M unique. So the uniques will have a star on the minimap, right? Then the player effect colors are kind of okay, but we're gonna use the brown beam there.
Glorious.
For now. Okay, the alert sound will be also different. We're gonna be using the the unique alert sound for lower tiers. And that means we can now actually adjust the colors. We have the brick black equation. I think I'm gonna go with border glow. Pretty sure the colors we need to use here is unique, and then the unique glow. Then we get to this tier, and it's kind of a bit annoying because uniques you have a slightly different structure. This yellow pink there, and we're going to apply this brick white command. And finally we'll need something for the multi-base uniques, but we'll look into that a little bit later. Now we'll look into that a little bit later. Debaco, thank you so much for the sub. I think you messed up one unique sound? What do you mean? Oh yeah, you're right about that. You're totally right. I made it work. So, now we designed these little styles there. How do we use them? We go back to the filter. Now we search for the unique section. In the unique section, we can just update as a tag now. I can throw out most of the other text right now. So this is the lowest tier of uniques. And then we have the unique BC tier. And the unique A tier goes onto these. Same with the corrupted mods. These still need their own tiering. These still lack a tiering. So I'm gonna assume this is also not done. Hello to the welcome. The 16 boss one-shot me. My first mistake was to let it move for a single second. Second is only playing the S build. Yeah, you're right about both things. How are you? I'm doing fine. Working on the filter. Alright, let's see if this compiles. So the goal is that our unique should be receiving highlight now. Now this is fun because we should be able to just test out. I'm not sure if it works. Yellow and unique is invalid. Yeah, that doesn't quite work. So I might just take a look at the colors there. We might even shift the colors a little bit. Yellow and unique. Why is that not okay? Did I forget to save? I mean, this is there, right? Okay. So the color is different in PoE2. We can pretty clearly see that PoE2 has a different unique color. It's not that different, but it is a little bit more orange. Can we replicate that? Do we want to replicate that? Okay. This kind of goes there, right? Where am I from? I live in Germany right now. I'm living in Germany since 20 years, but I was born in Latvia, but I've also lived in Ukraine and Russia. And I do talk Ukrainian and Russian and German, so it's all and English, so it's all a little bit messy. Yeah. So the ironic thing about my accent is, you know, I have an accent. I have an accent when I talk English. I have an accent when I talk German, but I also have an accent when I talk Russian. So I don't have I don't have any language anymore that doesn't have a foreign accent. Because living so long in Germany has actually influenced my Russian as well. But that's okay, it's not a big deal. So generally speaking, I like that. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is the appearance of certain currencies. So this is kind of getting very close to T2 uniques. Do I have like any T2 unique that I can drop? Maybe we should start by implementing the remaining rules first. Ekama ring. So we can probably slap this here. The Sekama ring is a unique A. At least to help with testing. Okay, do I actually have a big issue with that there's an overlap? To be honest, not even really. There is an overlap, sure. They look very similar, to be honest, but is it really an issue? To be honest, I don't even know. But why is there? Why is it an issue? Maybe it's not, right? In Jotashi, that's definitely not how a lot of people think about it. It is one way to think about it. They are both the same color. Well, they're different tier lists, but the colors are very similar. Maybe we can... So of course I can revert the color here. So this was the previous appearance. This is how it looked like in the past. Honestly, I'm not sure I mind that much. Maybe we just stick to the previous appearance there. Uniques are more often than not that exciting in PoE 2. And I think this is actually more than sufficient in terms of coloration. On the other hand, this is a new color. So maybe we should adjust the color to use the new color and instead adjust the jeweler orb. Because I didn't actually mind the new appearance. The only thing I minded was the appearance of the jeweler orb, right? So my issue is this color, not the other one. Let's try to go for a different color approach here. See what happens if we just change the jeweler orb color. No. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm feeling that. It's not terrible. But can we maybe go intensify the red part of that? Yeah, now they're looking pretty much the same. That doesn't solve it. How about we reduce this significantly? I mean, that's a solution. Besides, the red color is now kind of free. That's a pain in the eyes. Yeah, I think on some monitors it's gonna be too bright. Yeah, it's a bit too bright. But now they're very similar again. Vireka, do your eyes still hurt from the color? Think this is good? Yeah, it could be. It's a pretty intensive color, but I think I would like this to be slightly more orange if possible. Cookie Rock said the Wisdom Scroll. First of all, you shouldn't do that because you can buy them at vendor. But take a look at the filter guide, and then you either need to remove the drop level requirement or remove the rule that hides them. And you should get, at the very least, some basic understanding of filters if you want to edit them.
Glorious.
Epic Zod, thank you so much. Much appreciated. I'm feeling
Glorious.
harassed by colors. We've spent so much time adjusting the currency colors, and I felt like, wow, this works really well. And now we are getting stuck because they changed the unique color. I totally forgot about that. This is not yet. Solid Green, thank you so much as well. Much appreciated. Both look good, currency uniques. Well, the problem I have here is that the uniques look very similar to currency there. You know, these two are nearly the same. Too intense orange? Where? On which one? Which orange is too intense? Uniques with brown, they did, but GEG changed the color on uniques. Swapping the jewelers open for a browner shade. I want to avoid that. Now, what if we don't desaturate it quite as much? What if we keep it kind of light here? Because right now it's a lot of... So right now we jump very much into the orange here. What if we keep this color much more similar there? I mean, honestly, we can keep the... kind of use the lighter orange here. And I think it will be totally fine. And use the brighter orange for uniques. This kind of makes a decent distinction, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Keeping currencies more yellow being the key. We can even go for a totally different approach. So we can even try making them more yellow. I'm not sure if this works, but let me just try this out, because yellow is a fairly bright color. My problem there is I think it won't work for the highest here, because yellow is very bad on the eyes. Oh, you know, maybe with a tiny bit of adjustment it could actually go there. It's not that, of course. Yeah, the text becomes really problematic there. It's an interesting pastel color, if you ask me, but the progression doesn't make sense. So we go from this to this to this. This doesn't feel right. The progression needs to be different. Let's try giving the currency a slightly different progression there. So Let me give it a try. 250180100. The color there. Jesus Christ, I can't believe how many of these stupid power generators are not free online. It's fairly simple programming and they get a lot of money from ads, but it's kind of, come on guys, it's... You know what? We'll do it in filter blade then. So this is the color I kind of started with. Sort of this creamy currency color. You can reduce it down to this for a lower tier. In the higher tier, I think the saturation should go in the direction of maybe this. I mean, this could work. Also more on the red end. Let's give it a try. So we have this base color. Now the higher one will be 255-13987. And the highest one is a little bit too saturated, I think. This one's a bit tricky. 255-8573. Not sure about this one. That could work.
How useful.
It feels orange, I agree, but not in a way that feels non-distinct, I think. Source on this? It's definitely different from what we're from the PoE one. But Divine is all of the T1 items, like all expensive items. Doesn't mean if it's a Divine or Hand of Wisdom in action, or level 20 gem. I'm very, very simple about the T1 item. I'm not making any differentiation there. The best items all look the same. They have the same color. They have the same star on the minimap. This is gonna be a very specific appearance for the best items. None of those. The sounds for the filter are from GG. These sounds are part of the game. Okay, I might need to slightly tweak this color. So the only thing I have a problem with is this color. I feel like it's a little bit too... Not sure what the word for it is. I feel like it's a little bit not easy on the eyes. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure how to adjust it. Why are item names written so big? Because it's easier to click. The whole goal there is that you can click and pick them up very, very easy. If these are items you pretty much want to pick it up all the time. Less pink. It still needs to be red, right? Maybe the more pink is actually the solution. Not less pink. Two 5 8383. Oops. I'm not sure I'm noticing a difference. Well, there is definitely, it doesn't hurt my eyes anymore. And I think it's actually pretty visually distinct from the uniques. I think there's no chance of confusing those two. It changed a little bit. So I'm definitely so I think this is actually good. So I think the palette here is pretty good because the uniques are now very distinctly taking up this spot. What is the bad unique? This one. This is the bad. This is slightly better. This is the best.
It's about time.
Okay, let's push that. Wait, wrong. There is a reference guide by GGG, but it's slightly outdated. The link above is pretty much that, or below in your case. I don't know if the yellow should be more gold. I'm not fond of the peachy shades, hurt my eyes. You mean this one? No, wait, which one was it? I'm kind of happy with that. So I think I'm gonna give it the try the way it is for now. And then we'll see if we'll approach it from a different perspective. I think this is a nice middle ground between what it used to be in PoE 1. It doesn't impeach too much on the color scheme of these. All right, let's implement the next thing. What color is Hava? Here you go. All of the T1 items, no matter what kind of item it is. Completely no matter what item it is. So if it's T1, it's always this. Every single most expensive item comes with the white background, red border, red text, and the same sound, the same minimap icon. So this sort of distinction, if you're asking me, so there's like a lot of reasons why I feel like this is the right way to do it. But if you want to have a summary on why I think this is the correct way to handle it, I recommend you to read up on what Pavlov did. I think this is very Pavlovian. It's pretty much mental conditioning to connect this idea of this appearance. It means you just won, and this works really, really well. This is just basically a dopamine conditioning. Yep, exactly. Neuron activation. Exactly that. That sounds crazy, sure, but you know, first of all, I don't see anything unethical about that. It's not like I'm manipulating you into buying anything. Wait, I am. If you go to Patreon NeverSink and subscribe, right? Just very easily subscribe there. Just go on Patreon, click on NeverSink's, subscribe there. If you make an account, you use the highest account possible, right? The highest account possible there. Go for the big one, this one. This one is the correct one to click. Then just for you, I replace every color with this think background. You have the perfect filter. Wisdom scroll drops, think white background. Any sort of white armor drops, think white background. This is the way to do it. I'll make it worse. No, don't do it. I don't. So here's the thing. I think what I'm doing is pretty ethical. So you know, I do see issues if this is kind of being used to condition people into buying stuff, and this is being used all the time, like non-stop. This is being used pretty much in every single possible way. But you know, as long as it's just a color in the game, who cares? But it is Pavlovian. It is super conditioning. There's like no denying that. This is psychological conditioning and manipulation to basically get you used to this feeling of dopamine. When you see this color, this sound, this border, this background, this minimap icon, you instantly know something awesome happened, and you'll be starting craving that. Can't you change the sound in the filter anyways? Of course you can. But why would you? I mean, Zizaran changes this sound to something else, and I really love Zizaran. The guy's awesome, but he's just objectively wrong about that. Try to make less filter mistakes than I do. This is all I can tell you there. This sound is better. It's more high pitched. It's better for sudden items. And I'll never agree to him changing the sound. Right. Yeah, I can actually see it that streamers probably want to change that. Did you pick the sounds at random? Well, you know, I don't have a lot of choices. So GGG just provided the sounds we can use, and at the beginning we didn't have access to custom sounds. Like right now we can use our own sounds and stuff like that. But I've tested out all of the sounds, and I look for the one that has the highest sound pitch. Let me try to show you why the sound is so good. Let me try to, you know what, let's download that. MP3 visualizer. Can I have like something like that online? So we're just gonna drop them somewhere there. 1 second. And honestly, they should be visible in the just VLC player, right? Let me see. Yeah. So the big point of the I mean, let's actually go with the paint approach there. Can't properly get it done. I think I can do it in actually on Vegas installed. So this is actually allowing me to do that. Let me see if we can just start up a new project and then I can show. So the thing about the high pitch sound is just the amount of high pitch frequencies it just generates at the same time really fast. It feels incredibly sudden, and this is the reason why I'm actually use this one. I don't care. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, so just compare these two. You need to actually take a look on the number of high pitch sounds. But if you compare these, and if you use something like a histogram there, you will see that this one has the highest amount of high pitch sounds really quickly, and there's barely any offset there. It's a little bit hard to visualize here. And I think this is kind of the secret why it works so well as a sound. Right. Yeah, exactly. It's the same idea as with the white background. The reason why the white background works so well is because, first of all, PoE is mostly a dark game. Your screen will usually be fairly dark. And having this big, bright color is incredibly good. So suddenly on your screen you have this big, bright color, red surroundings, big beam, maximum font size, this really fast sound, and this is kind of like whoa effect. And I'm actually gonna go with the theory you cannot one-up that. I don't think you can design a color that would feel even better than that. because pretty much white is the brightest color you can show on the screen. You can, of course, use something like pink and so forth, but technically white is the brightest color that you can generate. You hate the map drop sound? Well, you can change that, but I see what you mean. Assault no oversenses? Pretty much, exactly. Alright, we still lack a bunch of unique highlights, alright? Unique. Really importantly, we need a visualization for these. So here I need to replace the on the boss thing. I need to replace the special, the icon and the border, I think. Okay, let's see if this works. Just to test it out, I'm gonna show it onto T3 as well. Let's recompile everything. Now the question is, do I have the appropriate unique to drop? This might be bad. Which uniques are there? Maybe it doesn't work. So I'm looking for something like the 3 boss. Chain Tiara or Silk Rope. Okay, Silk Rope is one of the uniques that should do it. But it doesn't. That means this rule doesn't work. Why not? What does it depend on? Is it the order of rules? Yeah, no, why? I think we need to add a decoration there. So it could be the order of rules, but I think it's much more likely it's the order of the applications. What's the issue there? Use stars and lit icon? Or it was cyan? okay, this actually works. It's not you at all. What's my current approach to breach rings? Oh yeah, I went with this color there. Let's revert that decision. But let us go with exotic low there. So the minimap icon is a little bit too low, maybe. Was it you or was it blue? Let's take a look what I've done in Filter Blade 1. Was a blue star, and I didn't actually adjust the border color. Interesting. Doesn't that? It's the same appearance. Okay, that means we just need the special appearance now, which should be exactly the same there. I don't think there's any difference between those two. Go with unique X. So what we need to do is we need to grab the brick black style, and player effect will be blue. Minimap icon will be 1 blue unique. The sound will be unique, and the font will be T2, right? So this style needs to go onto those two. Unique X. Do I actually have something that works with that? Do I have a ring that could be maybe tested with that thing? Yeah, Ming's Heart. Okay. This is the appearance of a multi-tier unique. I think that's fine. Okay. So I think that means most of the uniques are actually now done. So every single unique rune has an appearance attached to it. And that should be just fine. Let's commit that. Unique colors. You're very much welcome, Toasty. Also, thank you guys for your kind words in general. Sorry, I've been missing a few messages. I've been trying to look into all of the actual things I need to do, which occasionally makes me miss a message or two, especially on YouTube. Like the YouTube comments, to you guys who are watching this right now on YouTube, I'm very sorry. I keep constantly forgetting to check the YouTube comments. Okay, next. We got uniques, we got currencies, we got fragments, we got most of the durable items done. I think salvageable gear is definitely next up. I think with that, we might want to take a very simple approach. You just give them a white border. That's it. Don't do anything crazy there. Unfortunately, I cannot do that because I have no access to the information on what kind of gems you are currently using. So I'm just gonna see if we can maybe slap this information there. Yeah, Toasty, I've received this feedback quite a bit. In the upcoming version, I'm removing the gold highlight from all small piles. So piles that's thinking like 1000 and more will still be highlighted. But that definitely doesn't work in PoE2. In PoE1, it actually works really, really well. And people are really loving that, but probably because it's a different gold has a different meaning there. And it usually drops in larger piles. Highlight range on the map? No. No, I did something wrong. Quality marshal any. Okay, let's see what I messed up. Probably forgot the semicolon or something. Oh, I thought I did it again. This needs to go into the brackets. Brain, what the hell? Hey, Sicko. Photo coming along quite well. You don't need the photo so far. Actually, kind of surprised about that you're experiencing it this way. I don't think I share the sentiment. I don't think a lot of people share the sentiment. But this is fine, of course, right? Okay, simple enough. Simple enough. Here's your, if it's salvageable, you get a border. It's as simple as it gets. Alright, guys, I'm gonna take a very short break, grab something to drink, get more coffee, and then we'll proceed. See you in a couple of minutes. Maybe like 5, 6. I tend to do longer breaks, but I think that should be fine. See you in a sec. Alright, we are back. I forgot to get coffee. Later. So, wasn't quite certain that the adjustments I've done were actually good. The thing I'm not certain about is the color on the salvageable items. But we can really easily adjust that, right? Salvageable. So I'm gonna try going for a lighter color here. I think in general the color might be a little bit too noticeable. And I do want to differentiate from the typical map appearance and stuff like that. Even so, with maps, I'm gonna go with a slightly different approach. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah, that's 127. We can go with 127. Let's go exactly middle there. That's fair. I don't think you can actually notice a difference, but I think it should be good. Pretty much find that it's highlighted decently, nothing too fancy, but you definitely won't be missing that, right? Alright, that takes care of most salvageable stuff actually. Maybe we should add a little bit of something here as well, just in terms of the name. I'm not sure if salvageable is the correct color name that I want to use there. Let's go with seaboard as salvageable. It's kind of designed for that, right? Some normal items with good item levels. Are you sure that the item levels matter? I'm not even sure if the item levels matter. Let's search for that chance orb. Okay, I think we can probably figure this out, right? House of Exile 2 trait. I think we definitely can figure this out. Heavy belts are not exactly a high level drop. Headhunter, right? And what I care about is the item level. The lowest 84. 51. Maybe it does matter. Dream fragment. But nothing below that. You can use on low utility belt. Interesting. So it actually checks for if the row is available. Yeah, let's take a look at the heavy belt again. With offline mode, you're right about that. So certainly some of these got chance, right? Item level. Okay, it is definitely requiring item level. Guaranteed. This is not a coincidence. Okay, unless heavy belt requires item level itself. No, not really, I think. Drop level is 50, yeah. I don't think it actually matters. I think you just can't really find it. I don't know how these guys got an item level 47. That doesn't really matter, but I think there's just way too few level 47 heavy belts that were a chance. Pretty much there's some 49 and then we'll quickly approach the level 50 them, right? So out of over 10,000 matched, there's just a few that are like low level. 47 from gambling, don't think so. It probably is some sort of, I don't know. I don't think it's important. So I think item level doesn't matter actually. Try chance open the belt and link to the utility belt. So So it still doesn't really matter because the moment you get these, those will most likely already work on your chanceable basis, right? The way I see it. No, I'm fine. But what we do need is a visual for them. Do I? Okay, let's pretend white belt is now a chanceable thing. Chancing white belt. Okay, what have I messed up? Did I forget to save something? Yeah. Okay, we're now pretending white belt is chanceable. Let's start by giving it its indistinct. Actually, let's rename this as well. I don't like the idea of salvage too. Let's rename it to mark salvage too. Use the mark keyword to tell what we chanceable. I'm gonna just start with some random color there. But we also need to rename all of these salvage 2 commands. So we need to rename them from salvage 2 to mark salvage 2, right? It's a bit verbose, but I think it's fine. And then we're gonna look for the chancing bases. And gonna slap the command here. 1 second, I'll be right back. Give me a second, guys. Alright, we are back. So we are slapping Mark Chance there. And first of all, I think I can simplify that. So the whole point of the little inheritance system here is that I can put it up there instead of... What's happened to the music? It technically is... Did I forget to activate the music again? Bad. How long are you guys music left? I'm very sorry about that. Right, so Mark Salvage can now be up there. Just keeping the code clean. Let's test. Okay, we got the belt visualized. Maybe let's give the color a little bit more oomph. Potentially also give this a map icon. Not the salvageable one. I actually have no idea what the color for that should be. Diamond, I suppose. Maybe green. Really important, I think, is to standardize the usage of the variables. Because if I ever need to adjust that, it will be always done here, and also will prevent... This is something I've been really slacking over in PoE1. In PoE1, when I've been designing the filter, I've been rarely using variables. First of all, I didn't have the variable system online early on, but having this sort of kind of guideline to exact values that you use is super valuable, because it just keeps things so consistent. Yep, and you get this tiny icon now. It's actually a little bit better than random stuff. You kind of want to collect that, so I'm gonna give this a green... Yeah, I'm gonna give it a beam as well. This is currently pretty... These are currently pretty valuable and demanded items. I'm not sure if I'm gonna give it a... Maybe we'll fade the beam over time. Let's make the beam temporary. But you have now this little map icon, you know when something drops. Very temporary, yeah, it's just there to cause this little visual effect when it drops. It's not meant to be something that is out there all the time, it's just this little spiciness. Are there any good features added in to filters in PoE2? Yes, but they're not. They're good in theory, but they're not quite there yet. This kind of highlight, unfortunately, we can't really control that thing. It's really cool when it works, but there's like a lot of limitations to when it works, with what colors it works, so it's kind of annoying in a sense. But I do hope they'll allow us to configure it via commands in the future. It would make it really, really good. Watch PoE eventually sell more filter options for MTX. Well, I have some ethical concerns about that, but if I'll get the cut, I'll be okay with putting the ethical concerns on height and minimal font size. Besides, come on, you know. Wait, this costs nothing? Is this free now? Huh? Okay, what I'm saying is that this thing was something you could buy in PoE 1. You can apparently also buy it in PoE 2. You can buy a freaking cursor pack. If you can do that, you know, honestly, filter features, like giving the filter some fancy beams, I think you could probably sell that. What's that? What is this account features 2 out of 2? Oh, it means this one's. Ah, okay. So the chanceable bases are done, right? What am I waiting for? Where do we proceed next? Do you think how to hide fragments? I think they're not working right now. I think you can highlight them for sure. You can just go do it by base type name. Now, I'm not sure about the class name of the tablets. Class tablets works, but not sure about more than that. Yeah, I think uncut gems are next. I definitely would like to design a color for those. Why don't you decide to handle runes, by the way, again? Oh yeah, it depends on the rune type, right? So what I've done is basically different rune types have a different level of highlight depending on how useful they are. Okay, I've been checking some code. I do want to get the gems done. So I'm actually pretty pleased with the way I handle gems in my work in progress filter. Let's see how they were done there. Gems, uncut. It felt like the appropriate approach to handle them. We'll go with 2 tiers of the gems. Well, there's also a third one that is incredibly rare, level 20 gems, and the gems too will be just using the exile light. You reduce the font size to at least T4. We remove the play alert sound. There will be just a temporary icon. There will be no minimap icon. So I think this pretty much handles everything we need to do. So gems. This is gems 1. So T19 gems actually worth a little bit. During campaign, pretty much all gems you get are gems 1. After campaign, all gems are gems 2. Let us see if this compiles. Okay, what did I miss? Okay, something about the gems is still not right. See gem, okay. Gems. That seems better. So item level matters, okay. I see. Well, you know, the thing what I'm gonna do about it is most likely nothing for now. Because the item level of the unique seems to be the same as the required level of the item, so there's very, very few things that drop like that. No, I'm fine, thank you. I think this is a very rare edge case. But if that will be an issue, I'll definitely adjust that. So here's a level 18 gem. Oh yeah, we are currently in campaign mode. Ultimatum is campaign. But yeah, that works for me. That does work for me. This looks like the appropriate level of highlight for this stuff. We can definitely check it out in the map really quick. So that's level 19 gem. Let's grab some of these. Only 3 available. Well, hey Johnson, welcome. Tab. Low way, right? So if we enter like any random map, we don't need to complete it or anything. Is there something I completely don't care about? Okay, and we see in here only the level 19 gems are highlighted. The font size also seems to be the same. Maybe we can reduce that one up a little bit. Yeah, I think this is fair. So in the end game, you will generally not care too much about these gems. Sure, you will want an occasional improvement here and there, and you will grab them, but they're very common, and gems until level 18 are actually incredibly easy to get. Breachwing purple pink. Breachwings will go for this kind of special teal color so far. I am okay with that. I think it kind of goes into this special type item. Sorry, welcome. Yeah, I'm doing well. Can we please stop with this promotion of heresy in this chat? This is an emperor-loving society. We will not be doing Slanesh colored things. Unless it's for fragments, in which case it's totally okay for some reason. Nesrafim, yes, but not immediately. So the filter release in a couple of days, you will probably not be able to change the colors there. I mean, you can, but you will have to go into the code. But in around 1 or 2 weeks, we'll be releasing Filter Blade, and there you can actually really change the colors. Level 20 gem, I don't have it with me, but I can show you how it looks like. This is how it looks like.
It's about time.
Alright. It's my life's work to override interesting colors and create league-specific theming that I know it's special. Yeah, it's pretty much doing the exact reverse of that. I'm trying to find long-term color classifications that make sense. I know a lot of people like this sort of themed colors, like Breach will be purple and Ritual will be also purple, I suppose. And Expedition will be teal. And Delirium will give that one shard you get from will likely be gray or something like that. But this is just not something I like doing. Especially when it comes to long-term classification, style management, and stuff like that. In my opinion, it's much easier, at least for me, and you can do whatever you want. This is the point of Filter Blade. Oh, hey, there's the gem. There it is. I completely forgot that. I got it, right? The problem with color blindness is that it is not a singular problem. If the problem would be, let's say, the only color blindness type would be, can you see teal or not? I would just avoid the teal color, right? But then there's red-green color blindness, a complete color blindness, a whole bunch of different types, and it is just pretty much impossible for me to appreciate all of these issues and in the filter do it correctly. So the way to handle it would be a way that would basically make everyone suffer. So instead what we're doing is we're providing a site for you to change the stuff. So in Filter Blade you can change things to whatever you can see, because this is just going too far for me to consider. I'm just trying to make the best product for the majority of people and provide you with a great editing tool so that you can adjust it for your own personal preferences and needs. Yeah, we should slap out the white belt before I forget it. I hope you'll get it done as soon as possible. I just can't promise anything. You know, Zoe is back from the vacation, and they're already kind of sitting there and building the filter blade customizer. So who knows? Maybe we'll be able to release filter blade at the same time as the filter, because Zoe can be crazy productive. But my guess would be it could take like a couple of days longer, because you might have some issues. We need to prepare a bunch of things. Salvage, chancing, gems, right? One more section done. What do you think about an overlay to filter blade? I don't see the point. For multiple reasons. First of all, filter blade can be quite a simply out tab. I think it's here. One second, I got some snacks. I need to appreciate them and say thank you to my partner. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I haven't done the Waystones yet, but I'm considering doing it in a very similar fashion how I've done it in PoE 1. But we're not quite there yet, not quite there. What was I doing last? Alright, the gems. Okay, so gems are now done. What else? Essences, everything's pretty much the non-normal rare base types are mostly getting done there. These are kind of approach bats last. Artifacts are done, exotic bases are done, stack sizes are done, fishing rods are done. Of course, fishing rods are not done because they do not exist. Salvageable items are done. Currency is done. Pinnacle keys and logbooks are done. Misc map items are done. Currency seems to be mostly done. Take a few things there. Uniques are done. Salvageable are done once again. Then we get to the leveling, which is also kind of base type stuff. Right, I think Waystones are the next. Waystones below tier 13 should have a sound, or at least a chill out sound. Yeah, I'm considering some changes there. We will see how it goes. But yeah, I agree. T13 is probably the good point to change the appearance there. I think I've adjusted the area levels already. Okay, so the zone should be correct now. Slightly forgot how the system was working, so. Yeah, I've done the system in PoE 1. Let me rethink how this approach works. I don't need to reinvent the view here. And I'm definitely not interested in reinventing it either. Okay, so what I'm doing probably is I'm just gonna copy this whole part to the PoE2. I'm pretty happy with how I'm treating maps in PoE1. I think this is actually a good approach to proceed with that as well. Yeah, but doesn't stop me from forgetting how I used this system before. Guys, the thing doesn't make a drop. The orb of chance doesn't make a thing sound. Neither in the filter right now nor the previous filter. This is not a thing sound. This is not a thing sound either. This is a thing sound. Only this qualifies as a thing sound.
It's about time.
The light filter, yeah, but the light filter doesn't make the thing sound orb of chance. Yeah. There's the light filter. This is the thing sound. This is the orb of chance. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% certain how I'm meant to work with that. I think I just have to work with it because I've written this system like 3 or 4 years ago, and the fact that I use abbreviations like Z1 is not exactly helping everything. I think these are the decorators, so right? Okay, so these are the decorators. These are just the decorators, and then we get the VS up layers, which should be fine as well. Okay, it makes sense. It's a tiny bit ugly, but I'm okay with that. Correct, sidewise. There's just one difference, whether it's meant for those two to be equivalent. So those two are not meant to be different tiers. They're meant to be different items. So there's pretty much multiple low tier sounds. This is a low tier sound, and this is a low tier sound. But on the higher tiers, this is always the tier 1 sound, and you'll notice all tier 1 items have this very distinct appearance. All tier 1 items have the white border, white text, and a colorful, strong background. And all S tier items, or I should call them all A tier items, have this appearance. And all S tier items don't even differentiate that. All S tier items are just this, right? This on the latest filter, this is not live yet, but yeah. I'm not sure if this works, but we can try it. Okay, it doesn't work yet. What have you messed up? Parent tech non-existent. I think I know what happened there. So those two do not work yet, right? Maybe there's more tags that need kind of parent tag. What else? No idea. Cool. Doesn't seem to have a proper warning this time around. Maybe we can quickly derive the solution. I mean, we know the changes. Could be that as well, right? Eco VS up T16. What? Not quite certain about the issue here. Oh. Okay, let's get rid of that. Go. Takeover is up T16. Curious. Okay, if you remove that, it'll probably complain about the 15 one, right? Yeah. No style matches for this thing. But why does it require style matches? Maybe we have a pointless application there. Let's remove this. Input string is not in the correct format. It sounds like I'm actually parsing something that doesn't work. Do I actually have this thing? I think this is missing. Mark map upgrade. Pretty sure I had something for that in the PvE1 filter. 220. Let's copy this color. Same principle. Thanks so much, number 0. Much appreciated. Not there yet. It's not that. Okay. Oh, but we're still missing the variable name. Okay, I know what the next issue is. It is the black. And it's not S white, it's C white. That's been the old variable names. The new variable names are slightly different. Okay, it compiled. Cool. Let's see. And it seems to be working. It's hard to test without maps. It doesn't have to be this complicated. But the way I'm developing it, I'm not trying to make like a one-time filter. I'm trying to make a filter system, you know, that can be edited on filter blade, that can be edited by users, that can have styles, strictnesses, that I can programmatically change. And this is definitely a bit more complicated than your usual system. So I think I would like to offset this to a little bit. Okay, I think this works. I don't think there's much more to add there. It's pretty much the old system. We can give it a bit of highlight if there's something special going on. I received a call. I'm receiving a call. I need to take it. Give me a second. All right, we are back. More programming. Now, sort of programming. Maps are done. We're just missing one more mod, and that is to mark something with explicit. Yeah, of course, maps will be hidden with higher strictnesses, so that's lower ones. That goes without saying, right? Personally, I probably wouldn't even loot anything under tier 13. I know you can loot like them in order to sell them to vendors. They're actually pretty good when it comes to their sell price. Ironically, sometimes they're better to sell unidentified than identified. It's a bit weird there. Quite weird, to be honest. But that's a different topic. So punk, mark, exotic. Sorry, I'll be right back. I'm back, guys, and I brought Mochi. Sorry about the frequent breaks. I had to help a few times, bio breaks, I had a few calls, I had a snack. It's a little bit too frequent today. I'm sorry about that. But yeah. At least as a compensation, I brought Mochi there. Okay, Mochi wants to go. I hope you appreciate your moments with Mochi. Feed cat snacks. Well, we have to. I'll be right back. 10 seconds. First, kimchi. 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 You figured out kimchi? Kimchi. Psst, psst, psst. No, kimchi. Don't be a kimchi. Don't be a crocodile. Should the goodness go well? Fun fact, they had food whole 3 minutes ago. And there's Mochi. Yeah, Kichu is trying to steal snacks. He's not gentle, he's like a shark. He's actually very bitey. When it comes to eating, when it comes to feeding, he's terrible. Otherwise, he's super gentle. Alright, and now we can go into chicken mode. So I'm just gonna give them a little bit of snacks on the floor. I'm gonna hide this because cats will otherwise not let us stream. I'll be right back. And we're back. So, mark exotic. Mark exotic in this case, all we're gonna do is set border color. And we wanna grab the exotic color from there. That's it. I'm gonna move this to the mark command cell. The problem is I don't think such items exist yet. So I can't really mark them. Hey there, welcome. Right, where was I? We finished the map part. The thing I dislike about the map section for now is I would really like for this section to dynamically remove maps as you play it, or at least reduce their highlight. Where do we apply the highlights onto the maps? Is it the general decorators? I think so. Deco zone. So for those two, I definitely want to remove the sounds once they are outdated. Map 3 outdated. Overleveled, let's go this way. And then map 4 overleveled. So what we'll do there is we'll just remove the... So the font size will be set to 5. We'll make the effect on them temporary. We'll remove the minimap icons. And we'll remove the alert sounds. And I want to add a bit of an error level check here. So there's a certain area level from which we need to start considering hiding those. Pretty sure. So let's think about that, right? The waystones under T5, where do you no longer care about them dropping? Right, I would say like when you are in T10, they're no longer really interesting, I think. We can even go like T11 just to be sure, right? So when the area level is smaller or equal to T10, you will still see those, and T10 is 73. Once you are in the area level of T14, which is 78, oh, not even there, we can go with 77, this becomes irrelevant. So if it's larger than 77, well, let's even go down there right here, 76 and 73. Larger than 76 and larger than 73. Then we care about this tier. Yeah, let's give it a try. So I want to compile this thing again. It seems to be working for now. Oh no, it didn't. I forgot to set the actual text. So now we wanna I might be wrong on this one. I do not think this belongs here. Okay, that's an issue. That is an issue. I haven't thought this through, so most of this goes for that. I would have to double up the whole thing, right? I don't like the solution. How can I go about that? I suppose we could move the sound part and the font size part into the decorators. This is the only way to do that, right? There's not much else we can do. But they really dislike that. Yeah, I need to rename all of these, but this doesn't change much now. These are just descriptions. Now, there's something stopping from working this way. Not really, just gonna be really annoying to do that. Decorate a zone 1 general. So we need to split those up a little bit. These are our concrete map commands, and then there's the decorators. Let's move all the decorators up there. We need 6 decorators, I think. So first of all, I'm gonna grab this thing off here. Gonna grab the player alert sound and the player effect and font size, right? So we're gonna keep these things here. And we're gonna move them somewhere here. Let's just copy paste it a couple of times. Just that. I wonder what that looks like. Probably stupid, can't ChatGPT do the coding for you? I suppose in some simple operations it could, but I don't think for anything more complicated than that. ChatGPT is great if you're doing like some very simple things. Okay, so let's see if this works. Deco map 4, deco map 3, deco map 1, deco map 2, and then you have deco map over level 3 and 4. I'm totally expecting this to not work because I probably forgot something. Actually, decently well. This is a C12 map. So these maps, T3 and T5, don't really make sense anymore. And if I drop something like that, it drops and also has a border to indicate this is a map upgrade. Seems pretty good to me. With that, it's mostly maps, right? Oof. Okay, I've been at it for over 8 hours already. I need to take a break, guys, a long-term one. So I'm gonna make a pause for the stream for now. I might be back later. I might be back tomorrow definitely. But yeah, we're making very good progress. I'm very certain we'll finish the basic style and the basic filter approach tomorrow, and the day after we'll be doing strictness approach and probably the day after testing. So yeah, 3-4 days at most, I think. But I think we've made a fair bit of progress today. I mean, the style is almost completed. Yeah, very happy about that. Thank you for watching, guys. It's been fun. Check out my, I don't know, Twitter, Discord. I'm a bit tired. If you want to know more about the updates, let me host someone so that you guys don't stay homeless, Twitchless. I'm gonna throw you over to Zizaran. Pretty sure he knows what to do with you guys. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have hi to this. I might not hang around anymore since I'm pretty tired. Yeah, have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye. Yeah.